is the sky blue? How does gravity work? How do birds fly? Our world is full of curious phenomena, problems that we cannot solve, things that we cannot understand. Siri, how can I solve problems and find answers?
Here's what I found.
To find answers or solve problems, we can use a process which was first acknowledged by the scientist and philosopher Ibn al-Haytham. Also known as Al-Hazen, he is considered to be the father of optics and the scientific method.
But what is this scientific method they're talking about?
The scientific method can be explained into 6 separate stages, beginning with observation and asking questions. Then we have research. After that, we have the formulation of a hypothesis. 4th, test your hypothesis. 5th, make some conclusions. And 6th, share your results with others.
But what's the point of it? So the point of the scientific method is actually finding the truth. So let's try it. Step number 1, observe and ask a question.
Observation helps us formulate challenging questions that we will be able to test. A good question converts the natural sense of wonder into a focused line of investigation. You might ask, for instance, how can I empty this bottle as fast as possible?
Usually speaking, research questions sound something like, what would happen if? I wonder, what does X depend on? How? Why? Things like that. If you're still watching, I challenge you to do something. So grab a pen, grab a notebook, and write down 1 to 2 research questions concerning whatever type of phenomena you want. It could be, what's the best way for me to get from point A to point B? What's the best hour to drive to school? What does the height of a person depend on? What would happen if I dropped this notebook? I may or may not have dropped this notebook too many times in this video, but it's okay. We can move on. Step 2, research. Find out if someone else has asked the same or very similar questions to yours. If you choose to research online, which is probably the easiest way to start, you can start by typing some keywords on Google, Google Scholar, YouTube, things like that. Something really important when researching is to evaluate your sources. How are you going to do that? Well, all you need is what is known as the CRAP test. In case you haven't heard it before, the CRAP test was actually developed by librarians at the California State University. The reason they created it is to assist students to remember the criteria they should have in mind when evaluating sources. So let's decompose the CRAP test. So let's begin with the first letter, which is C, and stands for currency. When was the information created or published? When was it last updated? Are the links working? Does it fit with the requirements of your assignment? Second letter, which is R, stands for relevance. How well does the information relate to your topic or research question? Who is the audience? What is the content level? Third letter, which is A, stands for authority. Where is this information coming from? Who published it? Does the URL provide you with any clues, such as .gov, .org, or .edu? Who is the author? Are they an expert in their field, and what makes them an expert? Fourth letter, which is also an A, stands for accuracy. Is the source reliable? Known for providing accurate information. Does the information provided match with other sources you've consulted? Fifth and final letter, P, which stands for purpose. Why was the research conducted? What is its purpose? Is it original research or commentary? Can you identify the central argument? Is the language balanced and free of bias? When researching, try to use those principles on whatever sources you encounter. In the follow-up videos that will be posted later on, we will see how we formulate a hypothesis, how we can test our hypothesis, how to analyze data, and how we can communicate our results, our research results with others. Until then, what I want you to do is actually to choose a website and follow the principles of the CRAP test to evaluate the website that you chose. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't tiring. Stay tuned for future videos on the scientific method and the Hellenic Young Naturalists Tournament. Thank you for your attention and time. Bye guys!